Rizzuto Show on 105.7 The Point.
You like this?
Love it, bro. Hey, moving.
Look at JB Smoove's here.
Yeah.
JB Smoove, he's here.
People always air guitar, but no one ever air trombone. You know what I mean? When they start air trombone, I'm gonna be famous, baby. I'll tell you something.
Man, you got
Play a trombone, baby.
You got such a recognizable voice. All you have to do is speak.
Yeah, they throw me in commercials. They throw me in cartoons. They throw me everywhere. Sometimes,
You know what?
Sometimes I just like I'll call a random person and talk trash to them.
And then they go, is that JB Smoove?
I just to change the last number on every number. You ever try that one day? Go to your phone and change the last number and just call the person.
Oh yeah, it's called
your
text door neighbor.
Yeah, your text door neighbor.
That's all you do, bro.
We've done that
change the
before.
last number and just have a good time with them.
I think we've all texted the person who's one number either above or below us, and just said, "Hey, what's going on?"
Oh, the weird thing about if you do that with 1-800 numbers, you always get a sex line, which is weird.
Right?
How come every wrong 1-800 number is a sex line? Why?
You know what's funny?
I don't understand that.
Our phone number, like to call into the radio station, is 314-969-DUDE. 1-800-969-DUDE is a gay sex line.
Hey, look at
The
that.
word 669 is always dangerous. I don't know why. Why is 69 always dangerous?
You know what's funny?
Did
Watching,
you get an elbow in the face? That's right.
you doing the voiceover stuff. My son is into the new Ninja Turtles.
Oh, he loves me. Oh,
Yeah.
Bebop is in the building, baby. Come on.
He's the voice of Bebop.
Oh, I love it. I
He's the
hate
voice
it.
of Bebop, and I'm like, I'm not paying attention, but I hear your voice. I'm like, I know that guy. And now he's in my studio.
Ooh, it's good playing a villain, but it's also good playing a villain who's animated. I love it, man. I could talk much trash. I could run him. I could do things I could never imagine doing.
Well, I mean, just doing a voiceover thing, that's got to be awesome. Just you go into a
really?
studio and you just collect a paycheck.
That'd be really cool. But really be cool if I could do a Roger Rabbit thing and be myself, my real self, in an animated movie. I would love that.
Why don't they do that?
I don't know why they do that. They stopped doing it with Roger Rabbit. They stopped doing it, and Roger Rabbit had a fine ass wife.
Yeah.
Come on,
You
man.
are right.
How you not see her again? I mean, where is she at? Why is no Roger Rabbit 2 or 3 or 4? You don't just see her body
Because they
again.
leave well enough alone.
Oh, yeah, and you wondering
that's a
how the
good
hell did
movie.
he get her? You know what I mean? Like, what? How did he get her?
He's got a big carrot.
Big carrot.
Maybe
Gotta
she
have big
let
carrot.
herself go.
Large
Maybe that's what
Yeah,
it
makes her
was.
laugh.
He's a rabbit too. Those teeth.
That's what it is. JB Smoove is at Helium Comedy Club. 2 shows tonight, 2 shows tomorrow. You know, I love the origin stories of comics, especially a comic of your stature. Because, I mean, you've made it. You're a stand-up comedian. You're in the movies.
Man.
You're on TV.
Yeah, man.
You're an animated voice.
I'm everything. I'm everything to everybody.
So, and you grew up. Did you grow up in North Carolina, or were you born there?
I was born in North Cackalack. You know, like most people, we migrated north in a covered wagon, and we got our ass out of there. And,
Half of us.
you know how hard it was for black folks driving through those southern states.
Dysentery.
All those southern states, man. You had to take the back roads. You know.
Right.
But it was yeah, I was born there, man. I was born in North Carolina, North Cackalack. Big shout to North Cackalack out there.
My buddy
And,
Matt over here is from North Carolina.
What part you from, brother?
Wilmington.
Okay, y'all near the coast, man. That's a great place to be out there, man. Shout out to movies out there. A lot of great films out there. Yeah, I'm about an hour and a half outside of there. Little small town called Plymouth, North Carolina. Little town.
And then you got
like
out
about
of,
3 miles long.
Got out of Dodge.
Got out of Dodge, man. Went to New York City. Moved to Mount Vernon, New York. Money earned in Mount Vernon.
I know Mount Vernon.
Yeah.
Great town, man. Great city. You know, a lot of great people from Mount Vernon. Dick Clark, Art Carney. A lot of people live there.
Smoove.
JB Smoove's in the building. Hey, a lot of people don't know, but JB Smoove has a key to the city. I don't know if everybody has a key, but I got the damn key to the city.
When is it open?
Nothing at all. Open a damn thing. Which will open some things, man, but that doesn't open anything. But it's a great honor to have the key to your city.
You know when the key opens up? Cool. If he goes to a gas station, instead of him like giving like the key with the hubcap on it, like that key probably opens those doors.
That's an
universal
important
key
damn
to every
key.
gas station
That's
map.
an
Universal
important
key.
damn key.
It's open everything. It opens every damn thing. You know, and I was started my stand-up career.
Would you have? Do you have a
New
big
York.
family?
Just it's 2 brothers, myself and 2 other brothers.
And
3 of us all together.
and-
I'm the
and
oldest
you're
brother.
the oldest one.
I'm the oldest brother. Yeah. So I got 2 younger brothers.
Were you always the funny one?
You know what? all three of my brothers are hilarious. We are all three of my brothers. All three of us are hilarious. My middle brother is a comic also. His name is Think Floyd. My baby brother is really funny. We all really funny. My mama's funny. My mama's hilarious. My mama should have been on TV. My mother's hilarious, man.
Well, what did they want you to do? Like, what did they want? Did you go to college?
Yes, I did.
So, and you got your degree, and
I got 2 degrees, brother. I don't play around. I accomplished a whole lot of stuff.
When he does things, he does things.
When I do stuff, I do it big, baby. I don't play around.
So you got your degree.
I got two backup plans. Two backup plans.
2 degrees in.
One is engineering drafting.
Oh, nice.
And another is graphic design.
So I see you've made it very far in those 2.
I don't play around. You know what I mean? I do both. You know, any given occasion, I do give my opinion on engineering, and I do give my opinion on graphic design. So it's still in my system. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of my majors in high school. I was a double major in high school, and then I went to a college to do engineering drafting, and another college to do graphic design. So I'm very, very accomplished in a lot of different areas.
So what did your folks want you to do?
You know what? There was no plan.
But
exactly what you want you to do.
But I'm sure they paid a lot of money for you to go to college.
People don't pay attention to young black kids. You don't understand. You have to decide what you want to do, and you make it happen. Boys are different than girls. Young boys, you know, you have to figure out what you want to do, and then they'll support you in doing what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? We don't have as many opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Opportunities, you have to go out there and aggressively attack what you want to do and what you want to accomplish, whether it's music, whether it's athletics, whether it's like myself, engineering draftsman, or a graphic designer. You have to really go out and accomplish it.
Okay, so finally you get your degrees, and then it's time to hit the workforce.
You have to hit the workforce. Now, here's what I did. I went to college, right? I got an associate's degree in engineering drafting because I wanted to have that under my belt. Then I went to Virginia, went to Norfolk State University where I studied graphic design, left graphic design, came back to New York City, started working as a graphic designer in an art company, and just started doing that, designing trains, designing T-shirts, hats, logos, all that type. My main study was. You make a lot of
great money doing that too.
My main thing was typography. That was my main thing I wanted to do. That is designing fonts and different style of lettering. That was my thing that I wanted to really do. So I did that for a few years, and then I started doing stand-up after work. And you know, so what I did was. You know, I have a 22-year-old daughter right now. I quit my day job the day she was born because
that didn't make you nervous.
That's bold.
No, don't make you nervous. Because
when you see that kid come out, that's when it becomes real.
It does become real.
I need to take care of this thing.
But you also got to realize where you are and how much work you put into something already. So you take what you already put in, and I was already doing stand-up. Like I was doing stand-up every night. I was going down to the city every night doing stand-up. So I started doing colleges. I was still working at my day job when I got a call back for In Living Color. So I took a three days off work to go to L.A. to actually go on the Fox studio and do my on-screen casting process for In Living Color, which is crazy. I had to go back. You can imagine going to L.A., hanging out with Keenan Ivory Wayans, all the the Wayans and everybody who's on cast for the new people coming in. You at the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel, sitting by the pool, and I got to be at work on Monday.
Yeah, back to
crazy.
To designing fonts.
So that just shows you that whatever you want to do, you can do it while you are doing what you got to do. I always say, you do what you got to do until you can do what you want to do.
Was it you getting a taste of that Hollywood thing going, man, this is for me?
Oh, you know what? I always felt like, I have this thing built into me where I can never fail because I won't allow myself to fail at anything I do. That's why I can do so many different things because I put more than enough into it, thereby which even if I fail, I'm still going to get something out of it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm so far above it. If I give you 200% and I fail 100%, I'm still damn good. I'm
Right.
still at 100%. You understand? So even me at half speed, if I give you 200%, at half speed, I'm still gonna kick your ass in some way, shape, or fashion. I'm gonna win.
Was that your first big audition? Was For In Living Color? That was
No,
the
I
big
did.
one.
I've done so many things you would not believe the stuff that I have actually done. I worked with almost anybody you could think of.
Well, I know you were a writer on SNL.
I was a writer on SNL. You gotta realize, man, if I put my resume on this table right now, it's so vast and so long, but it's different things. I think you become a sum of your parts. So if you sit there and you can do a bunch of different things, and you apply that much effort to each and every last one of those things, guess what happens? Your phone keeps ringing for different things, and you don't get bored. And you don't get typecast, and you don't get stuck and stereotyped into one thing that you can only do.
You're like a Renaissance man. Look at you.
I'd rather have 1,000 people call me back for different things I've done than to sit and wait for the one thing that I do. I'm the dude that put the holes in the donuts, and I'm sitting there waiting around like, ooh, please don't change the donut ever. You know what I mean? When they stop this, if they just keep making jelly donuts, I'm in trouble. You know what I mean? And you're sitting there waiting for to put that hole. You the dude who puts 3 fingers together and stuff your finger and make a little circle in that donut, and that's all you do? If they change the recipe to the donut, that's your ass.
Screwed.
You're screwed.
Yes. Well, I want to talk about the SNL.
Now you got a thing against the jelly donut. Like this goddamn jelly donut shows up and ruins my life. You know?
I want to talk about the SNL thing for a second because I think that's fascinating.
Oh,
Just
fascinating,
SNL. Who was the cast when you were writing?
Oh man. Oh God.
So who are you writing for?
See, here's another thing. I came in as cast. I was a writer on the show, so I auditioned for cast. I made it to the NBC test, which is another thing. If you impress people enough with your character, with your presence, with how you carry yourself, not just be funny, but you got to be a personable person. You got to be someone who can walk to any room and just like grab hold of people, whether it's with your presence there or how you carry yourself or whatever it is. But I came in as cast. I did okay. I made it all the way to the NBC test.
Did you audition in front of Lauren?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I auditioned 3 times.
So, and he said, and at the last of the audition, he says, "I want JB
It was
Smoove
myself.
on my,
It was
on my
myself.
cast."
It was Keenan, myself, and Finesse Mitchell. We were the last 3 left at NBC test.
So he took the Finesse and Keenan, put them on,
and
then put you in the writer's room.
But then I left town. I just, this is my second time. It's my second time actually going for cast. The first time I went for cast was Tracy Morgan, and I forgot who else was there. But I didn't make it to the NBC test. I actually auditioned. Then Tracy got on that year, and then a few years later, like 5 years later, whatever it was, I went again. So this time I didn't make it again. But when I got back to LA, about a week later, I got a call from NBC, call from Lauren saying, he really loved my stuff. They ended up going with Keenan and Finesse, but they would love to have me come in if I wanted to as a writer. So now I got to sit there like, okay.
Are you a writer?
Yeah, I went in. I wasn't a writer. I was a stand-up. But here's the thing. If you can impress people enough where, they see a quality in you that, I didn't get a lot of stuff on air, but I still was the man there because I was the pitch king at SNL, which I love being someone that I didn't make cast, but it was a great place to be, and I took the job because it would look good on my resume. So
yeah, of course, I'm a
guy that loves to plant seeds. I don't got to have everything at one time, because when you want everything at one time, what happens to you is this: you burn bridges. And you sever ties that you don't even know you did. You have no idea why your phone stopped ringing, because you just burned the bridge. You got somebody mad. A lot of times people don't find out. They don't find out what happened. All they know is they don't work there anymore.
Well,
they know is that girl left them.
How'd you leave
or
SNL?
Whatever.
How'd you leave SNL?
I did 3 seasons. I did 3 good seasons, so it was fun. But even when you don't say you don't want to come back and they don't re-sign you, you know when it's time. Because you know you know why? Because you start to outgrow that you did it for a specific reason. You didn't do it for the wrong reason. You did it for a reason that's going to propel you a little further in your career. So me when I worked there, I had 4 jobs. You know, I'm from New York, so when I went, I always told myself, if I could do the same thing I'm doing in L.A. back home in New York, I would take it. So I ended up taking that job. But I also was doing warm-up on the show. I was a writer on the show. I was in sketches on the show. I was doing Conan O'Brien downstairs. You know, they found out I was writing upstairs behind the computer. I would go down. I did Conan O'Brien maybe 11 times while I was working as a writer. I performed downstairs on Conan when he was at NBC doing sketches on his show. So I had 4 checks. I had 4 checks every week.
You set yourself up.
4 checks.
That's a problem.
4 checks. And I'm not even a cast member. I have 4 checks every week.
So SNL ends.
That's my hustle.
So
you know what I mean? That shows 4 things that I can do. I can be on camera. I can write. I can do warm-up.
Yeah, multifaceted.
Yeah, why not?
So now SNL ends. You go back to doing stand-up stuff. You do some movies.
SNL ends. All right? I didn't get re-signed. Before that, I had already done a lot of stuff. I've been on TV pilots, all that kind of stuff before I moved. So me coming back to New York to do SNL, I had to really think about it because I had opportunity to do my own show. I had opportunity to be on another show that was on the table already. So I had to really, really say, is this going to be good for my career? Do I leave this on the table and go back and be a writer? You know, get from in front of the camera to behind the camera into a writing room. Is this what I want to do? But in hindsight, it made sense. So what happened was I didn't get re-signed. I go on a road, start doing my stand-up again. And then I get to Atlanta, Georgia one day, and I'm when I tell you, I went from not working at SNL less than a month, I ended up on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Right.
Which is crazy how things happen. So, which is crazy. So what happened to me was I signed with a new agent before I actually got back on the road. I fired my old agent, got a new agent, right? And believe me, man, I fired 4 or 5 agents. I don't play around. If your hustle don't match my hustle, you got to go.
Right.
You got to go, brother. I'm sorry. I fired 4 agents. I don't play around. And I'm not afraid to change. I'm not afraid for change, brother.
Did you have to hook up with Larry David or your agent?
No, let me tell you what happened with this story. It's crazy. So when I was living in Jersey, right, I lived in Jersey City. I didn't want to stay in the city. I told my wife, I said, when we relocated back to New York for SNL, I said, nah, you don't want to live in the city. I'm from New York. The city's great, but you want to see the city from afar. You want to see the skyline. If you live in the city, you can't see the skyline. So we lived in Jersey City.
Right.
We looked across the water.
Unless you live in a high rise, you can see the skyline.
Yeah, but you gotta always try to. If you get the wrong apartment, you don't see you're gonna miss something. You can't get everything in a high rise, regardless where you're gonna live at. But living in Jersey City allowed me to see the whole city. I could see all 3 bridges. I could see downtown. I could see the Empire State Building. I saw everything. You know what I mean? That was the place to be at. So what happened was she was washing dishes one day, and we were watching Curb Your Enthusiasm. And she said, I said, I love this damn show so much. I'm sitting on the couch. I'm dying laughing. I said, this dude, Larry David, is a funny-ass dude. I said, baby, this show is great. Like, she never watched it. You got to convince ladies to watch certain shows. She never watched the show. She started watching it. She said, he is funny. I said, I would love to be on that show one day. And she said, you know what? You're going to be on that show one day. She said, because you say funny stuff all the time, you'll be perfect on that show. When I tell you, I go on the road, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. I go to Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm in a hotel room doing stand-up, and then I get a phone call from a buddy's phone. I said, oh, wow, it's OG calling me. So I take the phone call, and it's a girl on the phone. And she's like, hey, JB, this is so-and-so. I forgot what her name was. I got OG's phone. I said, wow. I said, what's up? She said, OG just passed away. So I'm like, holy shoot. Now, OG Pierce, he actually did the song, This Is How We Do It. This is how we do it. He produced that song. So I'm like, oh my God, baby. I told my wife, I said, baby, OG just passed away. So I had already signed with a new agent. I said, well, I got to go to L.A. to pay my respects. So I go to L.A. for one day, right? I go to L.A. for one day. That night, they had his memorial at a club. They played his music, all that kind of stuff. The next day, I said, you know what? I'm in town. I'm in L.A. I might as well go and meet my new agent. So I go and meet my new agents because I met the New York branch. Now I go to the L.A. branch office to meet these guys. So I say, you know what? I'm not working at SNL anymore. I might as well go and meet these guys and tell them what I want to do for my future. So I get in the office, like 3 or 4 agents in there. You know, I'm talking to them about what I want to do next. And an agent comes in the room, and he said, hey, man, how long you in town? I said, I just came in town because my buddy passed away. And he said, when you leaving town? I said, tomorrow morning. He said, want to go on an audition? I said, yeah. I said, what's it for? I'm already in town. He says, for Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Damn,
when I tell you, I was like, I said, wait a minute. I said, damn, I was just talking about Curb Your Enthusiasm. How the hell did I get in this room? And an agent, he walks in half an hour late he came in a half an hour late.
So you could thank your buddy OG.
Yeah.
Of course, I have to thank OG because I would have never been in LA if he had never passed away. You gotta realize this. Two things that happened. If I had got re-signed to SNL, I would have never had the opportunity to audition for Curb Your Enthusiasm. Mm-hmm. If my buddy OG didn't pass away, I wouldn't have never been in LA at that time either. Right. So there's 2 things that's going on right now. So I said, I can go right now. I said, I'm already here. I'm leaving town in the morning. I'll go right now. I leave out of his office, go straight to the audition. I get there. When I tell you everybody's in that damn room, it's white people going in to play black roles. Everybody was in there.
I was there.
Everybody loves Curb Your Enthusiasm. People sit there.
I was there. I just wasn't tall enough.
Everybody was going in there for these roles, man. It was crazy. So I get there. So I'm sitting there like, okay. So I'm reading the sides, you know, because Curb never had a script.
It's all ad lib.
It's all ad lib. Yeah. It's all improv. So there is no script. So all they give you is just 3 scenes. So you got to pick 2 of the scenes out of, pick 2 scenes and we'll do them. I had no idea what was going to happen in that room. I'm kind of still out there.
Who did you have to play off of?
Nobody. Here's how I go into auditions. This is good for any actor out there. I never go into an audition as myself. I never go in there as myself. I go in the room as the actor I'm portraying. If I go in there as JB, that means I gotta turn it on. Why now I gotta get into a zone quick. I read the sides, I said, okay, I know who this Leon guy is. All right, I can play Leon. I know exactly who this guy is. I know people like this guy. So I go into the audition. I'm expecting to go on tape. I had no idea what was waiting for me in the room. I had no idea I had to improv directly with Larry David.
Oh, so he's in the room.
Oh, he's standing in the middle of the room, and it's like 3 director chairs sitting there. Jeff Garlin and Susie Essman and Larry Charles, one of the directors.
Wow.
They're all sitting there. Larry's standing where you are, just standing in the middle of the room. And so I walk in the room. I came in the room. I came right in the room as my character, as Leon. So I walk up to Larry's face, and Larry Charles said, "Okay, JB, you're gonna improv directly with Larry." So I walk up to Larry's face. I said, "All right, let's do this, Larry. All right, baby, let's make it happen." I said, "It's improv, right, Larry? Don't be surprised if I slap you in the damn face." And I walked away, right? And when I tell you, Larry's face looked like, what the hell? Who is the hell is this guy walking in here saying he might slap me in the face? But he smirked. He kind of smirked a little bit like the Larry David smirk. So we started the scene, and when I tell you, that scene, we had so much. It's just the audition process. When I tell you, it was so funny and so crazy that Larry actually had to walk away and go on the corner and turn his back and compose himself.
Wow.
And then everybody's like, "Okay, Larry, come on. We got people outside waiting to come in." He said, "All right, give me a minute. And we came back. When I tell you, me and Larry hit it off so well. It was like 2 long-lost friends who were supposed to meet. However the stars work, however the universe works, we cannot tell how life works and what is coming down our path. So here's the crazy thing. This is how life works, this universe. So I leave the audition. I'm driving back to my hotel. My agent calls me. He said, "How did it go in there?" I said, "You know what, man? We had a great time." I said, "If anybody else goes in that room and gets that role, God bless them." It's for
They
them.
got it. You
God
laid it
bless
down.
them. God bless them. I said, God bless them. We had a great time. It was great meeting. I said, even if I don't get it, it was great to meet the man that I love watching, that I fell in love with this TV show.
And when'd you
my
get the
favorite
call?
show.
When'd you get the call?
So I leave town. I go home, repack my bag. I go to Pittsburgh. Had a gig in Pittsburgh. An hour and a half outside of Pittsburgh. If you have not been to Pennsylvania, right? When you go that far out in Pennsylvania, you're supposed to take your front teeth out.
So while you're there, you get the phone call.
So I drove all the way an hour and a half, man. Now I'm from the East Coast. I know how it goes down in the middle of the winter. So I'm driving there. I'm saying, man, please, please, please. It's great out there. I said, please don't let me get stuck in the snow out here. I know I've been stuck in the snow in Pennsylvania and upstate New York before. So I get up there. I do a comedy club, right? This comedy club must have been, it's almost like God wanted me to come down before I came up. When I tell you, I've never been in a hotel so nasty in my life, where I got in this hotel room, I was almost depressed. I said, how do I go from being on SNL doing monologues and writing and meeting Alec Baldwin and Queen Latifah and all these amazing stars that come into my room, my office, and I'm pitching joke ideas and sketch ideas to this nasty ass hotel room. No, I've never been in a hotel room where I was so sleepy. I just laid on the bed in my clothes, man.
I've done that.
I couldn't
You
not.
ready to get under the sheets?
No. The sheets wouldn't even pull back. It was so dirty. I get to the club, right, that night. I get to the club. I do a stand-up show, right? This club must have been the raunchiest comedy club ever, right? This dude comes up to me, the owner. He said, "Okay, man, we keep it clean around here." I said, "All right, cool. No, I don't do any dirty jokes. I don't have any filthy jokes." I get on stage, man. When I tell you, this place was horrible. Everybody's drinking, everybody's smoking.
Nobody cares.
I could barely see the audience from the smoke. It was terrible comedy club.
That might have been a good thing.
So then I do my show, right? The guy comes up to me. So I'm walking off stage. This first night. I got to be there for 2 days. I walk off stage. The guy's like, "Hey, man, what the hell was that?" I said, "What are you talking about?" He said, "I told you, keep it clean." I said, "What are you talking?" I said, "Man, I just said a few cuss words here and there." I said, "I didn't do any filthy material." I said, "Man, look at your place. This is filthy." This is filthy. We got into an argument. I said, "Man, you know what?" He said, "You know what, man? Don't worry about it, JB. I'll pay you for the night. I'll call a local guy to come on down from Pittsburgh." I said, "Man, you do that." I said, "I'm getting the hell out of here." I go back to the hotel, get my bags. I get in the car. I start driving back to Pittsburgh. I said, I know what's going to happen. I said, I'm going to get stuck here, and I'm not going to stay in this nasty-ass hotel. So I'm going to get me a room at the damn airport, and I'm going to drive that hour and a half back to the airport, to Pittsburgh, and I'm going to sit in the hotel room, and I'm going to get on the first flight in the morning back to New York. I'm driving. When I tell you, it started flurries, right? About a half an hour into the trip, flurries started coming down. Then it started coming down more. Then it started coming down more. I was in a full blizzard. And in 45 minutes, when I tell you I couldn't see the road, I'm doing 15 miles an hour on the highway. People are pulled over. Trucks are pulled over. Cars are pulled over. I'm just like, I know how to drive in it because I'm from the East Coast. I'm doing 15 in a straight line on the highway. Couldn't see where I was going at.
Both hands on the wheels.
Both hands on the wheel.
White knuckling it.
Oh, man. I'm saying, I can't believe I couldn't see. My phone rings. I pick my phone up. It's my damn agent. I'm thinking he's calling me about this damn comedy club that I just quit. He said, "Man," I said, "I'm sorry, man. This dude, man, he's an a-hole, man. I'm sorry. I had to get out of there, man." He said, "Yeah, I know. Everybody says that about him, but don't worry about it because you got Curb Your Enthusiasm." So I'm saying, I said, "What?" I said, "What? You gotta be kidding me, man." I said, "I'm in a damn snowstorm, man, doing 15 miles an hour." So he said, "Look, just go 10 miles an hour, get back to the hotel, get some sleep because you got to get back on the flight tomorrow and come back to L.A."
Wow.
So here's the craziest thing about this story. I get back to L.A., right? I did we did our first day together, me and Larry, and man, that was the stain blanket episode. The stain on the blanket, first episode. We did a full day. At the end of the day, Larry was like, "Man, it feels as though we've been working together for years. I said, isn't that weird, Larry? I said, I don't know how the universe works. We do a full season of Curb Your Enthusiasm, right? We go to the rap party. You know what a rap party is, right? End of the season.
Yeah.
End of the season, we got a party you go to. Everybody goes, all the cast, all the crew. We all get there. What we have is something called the gag reel. The gag reel shows all the funny moments throughout the season, whether you're on camera or not. Just funny things, tribute to the cast and the crew. So they put the gag reel on, right? We're at Lucky Strike in Hollywood. And the gag reel comes on, and guess what the theme song was on the gag reel?
OG.
This is how we do it. Wow. When I tell you, man, when I tell you, my wife and I looked at each other like,
OG.
Wow. I just all good point to the sky, man. I said, that's OG right there, Sam, saying congratulations, brother.
So Curb's coming back, and you're going to be back on?
Oh, Curb is back, baby. Larry's final touches on it. So I hear. I can't wait to get in Larry's ass, but I can't wait to get on him and have a good time with the brother.
I can't wait to see you back on the show. And
Curb
the show
is back,
will be back
baby.
on HBO.
Curb is back, baby.
That's JB Smoove is going to be at Helium Comedy Club.
OG, what up?
I wish we could spend more time.
Man,
we got to take a break.
So many stories, brother. So many.
Listen, you come back anytime.
Oh, we got to do this again sometime, man.
That's JB Smoove over
there.
there.
Man.
We'll take a break. We'll be.
What up, St. Louis?
Actually, we do traffic and weather.